Today on the Platinum Patrol, we have another game from Wrathfire King Hanj versus Cassius from the clan Pig 2. And today we have a Protoss versus Terran. We'll have to see if this plays out in a standard game or if there's any kind of proxies again. So this will be a common feature on the Platinum Patrol channel. So far, it looks pretty normal. This guy is getting a supply depot, and this guy is getting a pylon. All very standard. See if this comes out with a gateway. There's a gateway. Probably get a barracks right after this. Needs a couple more minerals. He's got them now. There's the barracks. King Hanj looks like he's getting ready to send out a scout. That's probably a scout that's going across the map to check on his opponent. His opponent getting an SCV to go check on King Hanj. Fascinating. This guy's getting a refinery. His opponent probably matching this with an assimilator, it looks like. We're both going to start getting gases. Alright, whose scout is going to go faster? Oh, and they run into each other. Looks like King Hanj's scout's a couple seconds ahead, which doesn't really mean anything. But he's winning at something, even if he doesn't win the game. This gateway finishes, probably going to see the cybernetics core. Right there. Perfect. And it looks like King Hanj is getting his workers to go to the gas now. He goes into his opponent's base, slips by the two SCVs, sees his opponent didn't start this base yet, sees he sent SCV down, goes to block it. This looks like it'll delay his opponent, because his opponent's going to be at 400 minerals now. Yep, his plan of his build was to build this command center next, and King Hanj just delayed that a bit. Looks like he realizes it's delayed and just tries to drop it off to the side a little bit. Good response there. King Hanj cancels the pylon. Back at home, this probe makes it back and starts his nexus. Cybernetics core finishes, probably going to start up the warp gate. Probably going to start up the warp gate. I would sit here until it's done. But, oh, there we go. I was going to say, sometimes, you never know how long that'll take for them to notice they're missing something. This orbital's making mules. It's getting SCVs. This command center is probably going to lift up back over here when it's done. And here comes the factory. All very normal. Here comes the Reaper. Well, let's see what King Hanj's response to this is. He probably shouldn't lose too much here. He has a Stalker ready. Disrupts a little mining. Stalker goes away. Or the Reaper goes away with the Stalker chasing it. He might... No, it's going to get away with one hit left. He almost got it there. But it's pretty hard to kill a Reaper. This command center's going to finish. He's got this Marine. This Marine's on lookout. He's looking for all the Zerglings, Lesta, but there ain't no Zerglings in this game. Supply depot starts up. This will probably be... Well, he might form a little wall here or something to defend his base. The Reaper's still running around. The Stalker looks like it chased after it, but left its base exposed. For a couple seconds, at least, till this comes out. Robotics finishing up for King Hanj. She's got the Observer. This Reaper came in here. It's looking for a scout. We've got a random probe here. Still have this probe here. You know, King Hanj might have seen this little run by, and it might make him make this probe work again. Again, we have the harassment improving the economy. Or not, this probe's still not working. That's pretty funny. This Observer comes out, probably going to go across the map. We'll come back on this, check on this probe. In the meantime, the Terran player looks like he's got a Widow Mine out. He's getting a Starport up, probably some Medivacs, maybe a reactor first, you never know with these players. There's the bunker up at the front. So here's the supply depot. The first building was a bunker. Now we have the supply depot in front. This worker's still not working. Looks like we have another Observer coming out. Yep, King Hanj is going to put these all around the map, it looks like, at this rate. He's got 2 Stalkers. What's his opponent have? It's 3 Stalkers and 2 Observers versus 5 Marines. And 2 Widow Mines. It's a very passive game so far. Looks like we have some more refineries starting up. Engineering bay in the back. Is this going to be a Widow Mine drop? Yeah, it's going to be a Widow Mine drop. Hopefully King Hanj is ready for this. His Observer did see this. Well, I think he missed the Widow Mines getting in, but he saw the Medivac in Marines. We'll have to see if he expects this and how he responds back at home. He's getting an Immortal. Looking another Stalker. His Observer sees everything here. Oh, his opponent sees it. His Marines start shooting it. Looks like it's going to get away. And there we go. We got the Observer speed nerf, and the Terrans still aren't fast enough to catch him. I don't know if that's a really that important of a nerf there. Seems like the Terrans are just a little slow. At least some of them. This Reaper is still looking like he's going to get a scout. Observer down here to look for the drops. Observer here to check the army. Just getting completely walled in here. This looks like a 2-base turtle build with a couple drops probably. We'll have to see what happens. We got this third Nexus already from the Protoss. Looks like this Observer does, in fact, see this drop coming in. So he knows it's coming. Is he going to put anything in position? Yeah. King Hound is putting some Stalkers in position. That's only a couple. He's supply blocked now. He can't warp in up here. That's probably pretty bad for him. He probably wants to warp in. I don't know what our Terran's doing, but it's not using his drop. It looks like he gave King Hanj time to unsupply block himself and warp in a Stalker. Okay. If that had been any fast... Well, there. If this was a little faster, he probably would have gotten this drop in. But at this point, he could have flown over 2 Stalkers. But at this point, there's too many Stalkers and he has to back up. King Hanj is up by 7 workers. 6 workers now. The Terran's getting some upgrades. Got some more upgrades. Stim, combat shield. I'm pretty sure he just canceled 2 barracks. I'm not sure. He canceled 3 barracks. I have no idea why he canceled. He's building command center now. Interesting. Hopefully he remembers to replace this production he just canceled. I'm not sure what that was about. I feel like that will be a problem for his build later in the game if he doesn't rebuild those. Because he's not going to have the production he needs. The Reaper's still here. Looks like the Medivac's still hanging out. Still in range of the Observer. King Hanj is probably going to leave these 4 Stalkers here until this Medivac leaves. He's going up on workers now, up by 10 for the 3rd base. Is the Terran building a 3rd command center? Oh yeah, I said he was starting it earlier. It's halfway done now. Looks like we have a Stim combat shield +1 timing here. A +1 finished a little bit ago, but this is going to be a big push it looks like. We'll have to see what the King Hanj has to repel this with. He's got 2 Immortals, a few Stalkers, a couple Zealots. Does he have any shield batteries? No. Okay, we'll have to see how the fight goes. Where's the Medivacs? Why are they back here? Come on, no, don't throw this fight, Terran. Bring your Medivac. There goes a couple units. No Medivacs still. This is all free, basically free damage. It's not being healed. Bring the Medivacs! Oh my goodness. Okay, so now these units are going to be healed. He lost way more than he needed to, though. This Colossus is here. We got some Stalkers. Looks like the units from the drop joined in here. Imagine if there were like 6 more Marines here that hadn't died when they could have been healed by Medivacs. These Widow Mine... Oh, that's a good Widow Mine hit there. Some Stalkers go down. Some Probes going down. He was up by 10 when this started. Now he's down by 10. It's pretty bad. This Colossus will probably drive everything away along with the Zealots. They'll take out some of these. He has no Stalkers to really chase down the Medivacs. Are you going to let this Medivac die? He just did. Let the Medivac die. Okay. These 2 Stalkers got a Medivac kill. Looks like we have another drop here with just the 1 Marauder left over. King Hanj has taken a lot of economic damage here. He took about 15 probes or so that went down. He's rebuilding them, getting extended thermal lance. It looks like this Medivac's going to fly out with the 1 Marauder. I think the Terran player, if he brought his Medivacs in this attack, I think he might have done a lot more damage. He might have been able to get this Nexus. Because in this with this few units, an extra 6 Marines makes a big difference. See how many SCVs, or how many probes actually went down. 33 went down. They kept going down, getting rebuilt during that fight. 33 probes went down. That's a massive amount of economic damage. King Hanj warping in 5 sentries here. It's like a double drop coming out here. King Hanj sees this coming again because this Observer hasn't been removed yet. I wonder if our Terran's ever going to get rid of it. At least this probe finally went back to work a little while ago. It's not just hanging out. You probably saw it when he built these structures. As far as the armies go, though, we've got 6 Medivacs, some Marauders, 18 Marines, a couple Liberators, Widow Mines. You get the Widow Mines, they run out in front of the army, get taken out. There goes 3 or 4. There goes 4 Widow Mines for free. This army's pretty small. Where's the rest of his units? It's only like 6 Marines. Where's the other 10? Where's the Liberators? Must have been the Oh, they're in the drop. The rest of the stuff's in the drop. So this drops here. In the meantime, we'll have to see if King Hans recalls or fights his opponent. He recalls. He has a very strong army here. He's going to lose a couple pylons. That's not a big deal. Terran's going to try and... Oh, he went the wrong way. That Medivac flew the wrong way, and now it explodes. That was some interesting micro there. Could have saved 10 supply there if he didn't queue his units into King Han's army before flying them away. Not very impressive there. But there are a couple Liberators here. Looks like there's another command center on the way. Cassius has a small economic advantage now. His army is also about the same size, but he seems to not be keeping it together with all these drops. There's some units rallied here. He's going to want these to fight King Han's army. So he's going to fight the army. This is what you should not do right now. Just walk across the map with half the army. These 2 Liberators aren't enough to do any damage without any ground support. So they're going to go down to... They went down to some sentries and a couple stalkers. Looks like this other half of the army shows up. Please don't lose these Liberators for no reason. Looks like these Liberators are going to die for no reason. He's going to fight off the rest of the army. A Widowmong shot did very well, but he doesn't have enough. And that looks like it's GG. Well, I'd say in that game, Cassius could have won if he had his Medivacs with his army earlier. Or maybe if he had his 2 halves of the army fight together as one army. But these are some tactics that must be too advanced here. Well, looks like Wrathfire King Hans wins again.